Who's ready for some sweet and not scary Dollar Tree Halloween DIYs? Let's go. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Courtney. Today I have got some fun, whimsical Dollar Tree Halloween DIYs. Fun fact, I don't actually decorate for Halloween, but I do like making DIYs, especially when you guys request them. So I hope you guys will enjoy these. I've rounded up some of my favorites. Let's get crafting. Grab a piece of wood from Dollar Tree. The base is kind of up to you, what size and what thickness you want to use. It doesn't really matter. And then decide if you want to leave it natural. You can paint it, but I did opt to stain mine with some of the brown wax that I love to use from Folk Art. Grab a 3-pack of these brooms, and I opted to remove the black bows. I also grabbed a 3-pack of these little witch hats. Now, for the one that had the green pipe cleaner, as you can tell, it looks wonky, but I didn't want it to be green, so it worked out well. I took off the green and added a yellow pipe cleaner just by wrapping the black and yellow back on there and securing it with some hot glue. Also trimmed off the little sticks that were coming out of the hats with my miter shears, and then gave the brooms themselves a little snip at the end just to make them all even. That's very important because these are going to be standing up. Next, you're going to need 2 tumbling tower blocks. You want to cut them in half. Now, these are stained brown just because I had them stained brown, but they're not going to be visible. So up to you whether or not you want to stain them. Now, you'll notice here how you position them. You kind of want to put 3 of them together, leaving one in some space there. And what you'll do is take your broom and just taking some hot glue, just kind of go around and secure each of the brooms so that they're standing up on the little tumbling tower blocks that you set down. Then I chose some ribbon to coordinate with the hat. So of course I've got an orange ribbon, a purple ribbon, and a yellow ribbon, and I tied those directly to the brooms. You can grab the hats and just set them directly onto the broomsticks. I didn't glue mine down. I just kind of let them free nilly-willy up there. And then grab one of these metal tags. Now this little bat skewer thing was from Dollar Tree. I just cut off the little bamboo part and then hot glued that to cover the hole at the top. And then with my CRICUT, just cut out a little decal that says Broom Parking only, and then all others will be towed. And I used some tumbling tower blocks on the back of it to get it attached to my little tag, and then I hot glued that directly to the little brooms, and that's it. This is my Sanderson sister inspired craft. You will need some Dollar Tree foam board for this next DIY. Now the size is totally up to you, how big you want to make this, but you want to sketch out a ghost on the foam board. I'm going to use my hobby knife to cut it out. You can use a box cutter, whatever you have. Anything I'm showing in today's video, I will always have it linked down below, including the cut file, so just look down in the description box. Once that was cut out, I did want to add some highlights to my ghost, so I am using a lighter shade of gray and just kind of going and leaving some gaps all the way around the ghost. Then I picked up my black Sharpie marker and I went in with that and again added just some little lines and squiggles here and there and drew on a face to my ghost. I wanted to make a little pennant banner for my ghost, so I'm using some of this polka dot fabric. It came from Hobby Lobby. I cut out some triangles, and then again, using that black Sharpie, I just wrote boo directly onto my pieces of fabric, and I hot glued those to some black and white baker's twine that I got again from Dollar Tree. And then to finish it off, I did tie 2 little black bows to put on either side of my little pennant banner, and I hot glued those directly to my ghost. And then this was ready to go. Now, if you could make a little boy ghost, a girl ghost, add a bow to the top of the head, lots of options here. I did go in with a little bit of white to the eyes just to kind of give it a little bit of an accent and on the mouth. But other than that, a really cute way to make a large ghost that you can place next to your fireplace or by your front door, anywhere like that. This is a super fun take on a little haunted house that's not actually very spooky, but really cute, I think. Grab yourself a board again from Dollar Tree. I could only find these longer ones, so I did take this outside and cut it with my miter shear. And then I painted the house and that board with some black paint. From there, I found this really cute sticker set that had all these fun colored pumpkins. And I decided, okay, pink's going to be the theme here. So I just placed those stickers directly on to my haunted house. And then I wanted to kind of give it, I don't know, a sort of spooky element, but also fun. I used some pink hot glue and I squirted that on different areas of the house. To get my little house attached to the base, I just took some tumbling tower blocks, glued those to the back of the house, and then glued that directly down onto my base. I also took a little bit of pillow fluff and added it to the back of the house, kind of in the windows to make it look like spider webs. And I did tape on some fairy lights for fun. I absolutely love how this turned out. I think it's really, really a cute take on a haunted house. You guys know I love to wood burn, so this is a really fun project. I grabbed this wooden cauldron. I believe it came from Michael's, and I also grabbed my torch paste. You guys know I love this stuff. It's the best stuff, in my opinion, if you're doing any kind of wood burning. I cut out a stencil on my CRICUT, applied it to the wood, and then I put the torch paste on there. I let it sit for 3 minutes, and I pulled the stencil off, and then I used my high heat gun and I burned the wood. Now just remember, if you're working with the torch paste, you can't use the little rinky-dinky craft ones. You got to have the big honker heat gun to make it work and activate. Once that was all burned on there, I had this pack of these glittery styrofoam orange and green balls from Dollar Tree. I picked out all the green ones and then started to hot glue them directly to the top of the cauldron to make it look like little bubbles coming out of it. And then that's it. I kept it pretty simple. I absolutely love how this turned out. It's a great, quick little piece to make. Now the supply list for this DIY is going to be very random. That's because this was part of a mystery box and there were a lot of key components here that had to be played out. So let me just kind of tell you how this DIY went. You want to start with some type of wooden base. That's what I've got here. I'm painting it brown. Now here I am putting a grocery sack on here because I had to use a grocery sack. And so it's going to give the ground a little texture. So that's what I'm doing. And then once that was dried, I used Mod Podge to get that sack on there. I went back in with some brown paint and painted it brown. Now here I've got some black houses. These were cut with black paper plates that I also had to use in this DIY. And so I cut them out, I glued them directly to my board, and then I started to go in with some Dollar Tree moss to kind of help me secure those in place. You certainly could, I guess, add a tumbling tower block to the back of these little paper houses to help it if you wanted to as well. That would work. And now to continue working on my little haunted house scene, as you can see, I had a broom there that I had to use. So I actually took the bristles from the broom and I turned them into spooky looking little trees by wrapping some twine at the base and then kind of fraying the top of the broom and hot gluing those down. Honestly, y'all, they made really good trees. Like, I was shocked how well those turned out. I ended up making a little broom and then I added some accents. I had these black bats and orange pumpkins that I just cut off the little skewers and I glued those down as well. And then I put some fairy lights in the back of it to kind of light it up. And honestly, the randomness I had to work with, I really was kind of proud of how this DIY turned out. are some more Halloween projects that I have made in the past. If you would like more of these ideas, all of the projects you're seeing right now can be found down below in the description box. There are 2 videos down there. Just click on those and you'll have tons more Halloween ideas. And that wraps up a round of Halloween DIYs. Let me know down below which one of these was your favorite. Let me know maybe if you've already made some of these DIYs. I would also love to know what is your guilty pleasure when it comes to candy. What is your favorites? I'm kind of a Reese's peanut butter cup girl myself, but I would love to know what you guys like. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. Here are some videos you might enjoy, and I will see you in the next one.